It's 8 o'clock, and you're watching Good Day OK.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Thanks for being with us.
Look at that sun back there. It's
I know,
beautiful.
it's very nice.
It just doesn't feel that way.
Does not feel good at all.
Can we match the two, Mars? Is there a way we can make that happen?
Hey, maybe this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be a little sunny and warmer this weekend. This morning, it is sunny, but it is feeling like the single digits for a lot of you. Very cold start to the day. Upper teens right now. Still seeing that patchy frost out there as well. We will see sunshine throughout the day. High temperature today of 46 degrees. Our average high is 51. So we're going to be below that today. Winds are going to be calmer though this afternoon. By tomorrow, even colder than today with a high of 42. And then here comes our warm up. Starting on Thursday, we're back in the 50s. By Friday, we'll hit 57 degrees. We've got your back though. There will be some low rain chances later this week that we have to talk about. I'll tell you when though it's going to feel more like spring, when those highs could be in the 70s. That's coming up in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update 8:01. We do have a few minor incidents starting to pop up on our maps. If you traveled the Broadway extension northbound on your commute this morning, beware. We do have an accident being reported. This is again in the northbound lanes. It's between Britton Road and Wilshire Boulevard. It is being reported as a minor accident, which means it shouldn't take crews very long to clear the scene. We're really though seeing most of the traffic in the southbound lanes, and that's just because we always see more traffic traveling into the city than out during this time of day. Going to take you about 9 minutes from North 122nd Street to Northeast 50th Street. Let's take a live look outside of your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip is at eastbound I-44 near I-235. Creeping along through this area, just looks like the traffic right in front of him in this lane is moving very slowly. Stop and go right through this area. These are just daily delays. He is trying to make his way over to that accident on the Broadway extension. We'll check back in with him for a closer look in just a bit. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
All right, thank you, Emily. We are at the scene of some breaking news in Shawnee this morning where we're learning more about a standoff.
Yeah, it ended peacefully. Fox 45 Sharday Gray is live from the Shawnee Police Department with the latest information. Sharday?
Well, yeah, Chris and Jasmine, we talked with Shawnee Police Department, and we know that they do have one person in custody in regards to a standoff situation. We just showed you about a half an hour ago, or about an hour ago, in regards to that standoff. They say that a man was inside with a gun threatening suicide. We also know that a woman did get out safely. This happened near Wayne Avenue, near Patchen, and they had the street blocked off for some time, for about an hour or so. We are trying to get in contact to get some more information from Shawnee Police Department in regards to negotiation, if they brought in a negotiator or something of that case, and we'll let you know right here on Good Day OK, as well as online. But again, we know that one person is in custody and that standoff ended safely in regards to a standoff, which they say that person had a gun inside. Back to you, Chris and Jasmine.
Thank you, Sharday. Now to breaking news from overnight in Cleveland County. That's where there was a deadly and fiery car crash. Happened just a few miles east of Noble. OHP says David Donovan went off the road, hit a culvert. His car went airborne, and when it landed, it caught fire. Donovan died at the scene. Troopers are still investigating what caused him to go off the road.
All right, new this morning, President Trump lashing out at an ex-White House staffer who's coming out with a new book. Take a look at the president's tweet just coming in. It's his first tweet of the morning. He calls Cliff Sims a low-level staffer that he hardly knew, and he calls his book boring. Now, in terms of ex-staffers' books about the president, this one seemed pretty innocuous, but according to a report from Politico a few days ago, the president did read some of the excerpts, and he was, as they put it, hopping mad. Some of the big things to come out of Sims' book, that he, together with the president, created what Sims called an enemies list, trying to figure out who was leaking information from the White House. Sims directly pointing the finger at White House staffer Kellyanne Conway. There was also some controversy over one of the president's closest allies, Stephen Miller, who, according to Sims, said he'd be happy if another refugee never set foot on American soil again. We'll continue to follow the latest from the president here at the Live Desk.
I mean, nobody deserves anything like this to happen, but to happen to this family is just, it's tragic. There's no words great enough to describe how horrible this event is or how it affected everyone who knows them that they affect positively.
Well, family and friends mourning the loss of a woman and 3 children who were killed in an apartment fire. Here's a look at the aftermath, what's left of that apartment. Paisley and Bentley Evans, Carson Knight, and their aunt Melissa Evans died right here. The cause of that fire is still being investigated.
And take a look at your screen here. A GoFundMe page has been set up for that family that died in the fire. Right now, the page has raised more than $20,000 in just 24 hours. So you can find a link to this GoFundMe page on our website if you'd like to help out at okcfox.com. While firefighters are still working to find out what caused that fire, they say there are some things you should think about if you're in the market for a new apartment. The Oklahoma City Fire Department says the first thing you should look for in an apartment building is a sprinkler system. Not all buildings have them, but you make sure you look into that if you can, and if they were built before a certain time, it's not part of the fire code. Don't be afraid to look for a fire extinguisher or test the smoke detectors yourself. The fire department also says to check doors and windows to make sure they open, since that could be your only way of getting out of that house.
Don't be embarrassed to do it. It's your life, and it's your family's life on the line here. You have to make sure that you're responsible for that.
Firefighters tell us they are happy to come out to your apartment anytime to talk safety with you and make a plan just in case there's a fire there. They also offer free smoke detectors to anyone who calls. We have that number on our website. Last year, they installed a record number, almost 8,500 smoke detectors, so take advantage of that.
Yeah, no excuse not to. 8:06 right now, police say a fight may have led to the death of a man in southwest Oklahoma City over the weekend. It happened Sunday morning at a home on Southwest 68th near South Walker. Police say they found the body of Cesar Lopez. Inside, his body showed signs of trauma consistent with homicide. Investigators say there were at least 2 other people inside the home during the altercation. So far, though, no one has been arrested. OSBI agents trying to figure out what happened after a teenager was shot to death in Chickasha. Chickasha police identified the victim as 18-year-old Arnold Adams III. Adams was found in the field behind a Dairy Queen. Agents tell us he was shot at least once. He and his girlfriend lived close to that restaurant.
He left the house shortly before the 3:30 call. He didn't come back in the house, or she went outside to see what he was doing, and that's when she found him.
Right now, there are no suspects in the shooting. Agents hope surveillance video from Dairy Queen will provide more clues.
Let's hope so.
Yes. Well, today, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office will lay a retired K-9 to rest. K-9 Falco died over the weekend. His funeral services will be held at 11 this morning at Precious Pet Cemetery on Spencer Road. The Sheriff's Office says Falco retired last year after serving the agency for many years. A former state lawmaker will have to pay thousands of dollars to settle a lawsuit filed by the State Ethics Commission. Back in 2016, Gus Blackwell was charged with 44 counts after Oklahoma County prosecutors say he paid for travel expenses from his campaign account and was reimbursed by the state. Blackwell has agreed to pay the state $31,000. He already paid $10,000 to settle a criminal case over identical allegations. He served 12 years as a state legislator before reaching a term limit in 2014. Blackwell, a Republican from Laverne, was once the #2 leader in the state house. Live look over Bricktown this morning. You'll soon see some changes to Chickasha Bricktown Ballpark. The Dodgers just announced a series of improvements and renovations, including a complete field renovation with new sod being installed in March. Jars of the original field dirt are available now for purchase at the team store. There will also be a new irrigation system that will save nearly 2 million gallons of water a year. The Dodgers season opens up April 4th. Get your tickets.
It's going to be a cold start to the day if you're getting a late start on your morning commute. Temperatures are in the teens this morning, and it'll be chilly this afternoon. We are seeing a lot of sunshine now, though, and that sun will be with us throughout the rest of the day. 46 will be our high today. A little bit of a breeze will make it feel a few degrees cooler, but it's definitely not going to be as windy as yesterday. 42 our high tomorrow, and then here comes our warm-up that'll put us back in the 60s to 70s over the weekend. So feeling more like spring, especially by Sunday. We've got your back on when and where we could have some rain chances, though, later this week, coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Good morning, everyone. 8:10 now, and we do have minor slowdowns on almost all of our interstates right now. Really nothing to be real worried about, but still something to make note of if you are getting a late start to your morning commute. We've got your back this morning with a look at your current drive times. For those of you coming the Broadway extension southbound, north 122nd Street to Northwest 63rd, going to take you about 8 minutes. For those of you coming I-35 West Indian Hills to OKC, 21 minutes. Garth Brooks Boulevard to OKC, 14 minutes, and then Southwest 149th to I-40 via I-44 East, going to take you about 14 minutes. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Chip just pulling up on an accident in the northbound lanes of the Broadway extension. This is approaching Britton Road. Traffic said to be backed up to Wilshire, but as you can see, taking a look at this shot, traffic is actually moving quite smoothly through this area. The inside lane is blocked, but it looks like that tow truck is loading that car up as we speak and about to haul it off. This should be cleared out in no time. We'll keep you updated. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Emily. Coming up, a negligent homicide investigation opened after a pickup truck killed 3 people waiting to cross the street.
But first, the ongoing investigation after 5 officers are hurt and 2 suspects are killed during a warrant being served.
And we're hanging out here at Aspen Coffee Co. And they are a local coffee shop, but their reach is all over the world. They got pictures from their guests and clients all over the world here. We're going to talk about that up next. Stay tuned for more right here on Good Day OK.